This is your Daily 5 for Thursday, October 9th, 2025. I know I've mentioned at least a few times that I am a big fan of the 90s TV series The X-Files, which my wife and I are currently rewatching for the month of Halloween. We are about midway through season 3, where most people agree this is the season, much like Next Generation, where things really start to pick up. And I happen to come across a video that's about 5.5 hours long that is a detailed explanation and overview of the entire series by way of trying to explain why the common conception that the mythology of X-Files is too complicated, convoluted, and indecipherable, that in fact it is not, that it is very easily explained, and in fact, where the series ended up after the revivals, the revival reboots, season 10 and 11, is where the series was always going. And I found this idea fascinating because I loved the original run. I thought the original run had a fantastic ending. Oh, and as an explainer, in case you've never seen the X-Files, when I refer to mythology, the X-Files generally operated in 2 types of episodes. Monster of the Week or bottle episodes, which are one and dones. You start a story, 40 minutes or so later, the story resolves, and you really don't ever come back to it except for maybe an offhand mention here or there later in the series, but it does not continue. And then there are the mythology episodes. Those are the big, grand background story that goes on and goes on and goes on, and is what most people felt started off very strong and then ended very weakly. Again, something I have never agreed with. I always felt like the mythology episodes, certainly the mythology had its twists and turns. It probably has some big plot holes in it, but never something serious enough where I ever had a problem with it. And I thought the original run ended beautifully. This may be another kind of out of the mainstream take on the series. A lot of people find the original ending to be unsatisfying and a bit of a downer, and I have the complete opposite view because for me, what makes the series, and I will keep this as spoiler-free as possible, what makes the series work are the lead characters. It's Mulder and Scully. That's why you're really watching this. Yes, the background stuff in the stories, they're all fine. They're all good at times, excellent, sometimes bad, sometimes good. But their relationship is what makes the whole thing work. And that's why the original ending works fine for me. Now, it was brought back some years after as a revival, and some major points of the mythology were recontextualized, were outright changed in ways that some people, and I would say that the author of this video, and this is meant in no way as a critique of that video. I think the video is excellent in terms of what this person looked into, what they researched, what they found, what they think is going on. It all makes sense to me. And this person seems to favor the ways that the revival changed things and, again, kind of reoriented our understanding of the mythology. And I have no issue with that. That's the beautiful part about art, is that different people can interpret it differently. But I think some of that feels like, for some people, that it stems from the fact that they found that original ending unsatisfying. And maybe that's why, for me, personally, I'm fine with just stopping where the original series stopped. I watched 2 or 3 episodes of the revival, and I immediately knew it wasn't for me. It just did not feel at all like it was the X-Files anymore. In particular, and I like David Duchovny, but his performance in the revival was odd. It felt like he was titanically bored, and I just felt like, okay, Gillian Anderson is always excellent. She was great in it, but it just felt like it was something that they were attempting to keep going without a real need for it, which is generally my major problem with almost every revival, reboot, remake, is it just didn't feel necessary. But this is no criticism of people who enjoyed it. I'm glad if people got something out of it. I don't want art to be a failure, so that's great. But for me, the series just holds fine in its original run. I think it just works perfectly. But I would be very interested, because I know a lot of people are fans of the show from the time that it was on and also afterwards, because it's one of those things that just permeates pop culture somehow. It just has lived on far past even people who have ever seen it. So if you did watch the original series, either back when it was on or now, and watched it before the revival, did you like how it ended? And then if you did watch the revival and stuck with it, did you think it improved on how the original series ended? Did you think it was necessary? I would actually be really interested in what people's responses were, particularly people who saw it the original time and then saw the revival. But in general, if you went through the series and the revival, did you feel like the revival was worth doing, and did you like the changes that it made? And watch this video. It's 5+ hours long, but it is well done, so I would recommend it. I would just actually be interested from fans. What did you think of the endings, or which ending did you prefer? Let me know later.